Success leaves clues, but so does failure. And if you look closely, you'll see most people stay stuck, not because they don't have dreams, but because they refuse to let go of the habits and mindsets that keep them broke. You see, wealth isn't built on what you add first, it's built on what you quit. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 7 things you must quit if you ever want to go from barely surviving to building real wealth. Because here's the truth. You can read all the books, attend all the seminars, and work harder than anyone else. But if you keep carrying the same self-defeating patterns, you will drag them right into your future. This isn't about theory, it's about real, raw decisions. About cutting off what's holding you back so you can finally rise to the level you were meant to reach. I'm talking about the inner shifts, the tough calls, the personal responsibility that separates the ones who stay broke from the ones who break through. Stay with me for the next few minutes as I show you exactly what you need to quit, step by step, to change your life forever. Let's begin. Number 1. Quit waiting for the right time. There's a dangerous lie that keeps millions of people stuck exactly where they are. It whispers, wait. Don't take action yet. The timing isn't right. And so people sit and wait. They wait for the economy to improve, for their debt to clear, for the kids to grow up, for that magical moment when everything will align perfectly. But here's the hard truth. That perfect moment will never come. If you've been telling yourself, I'll start when I have more money, or I'll take the leap when I feel ready, you've already fallen into the trap. Readiness isn't something you wait for, it's something you create. Think about it. Every person who has ever achieved greatness started before they felt ready. They acted when the conditions were messy, when their resources were limited, and when fear was screaming in their ear. They didn't wait for the right time. They made the time right by taking action. You don't need more time, you need more courage. Waiting is just fear dressed up in fancy clothes, pretending to be wisdom. It gives you the illusion of safety, but what it really does is slowly eat away at your potential. The longer you wait, the more opportunities slip through your fingers. Imagine someone who wants to plant a tree, but keeps saying, I'll wait for the perfect weather. A year goes by, then 5, then 10, and guess what? They still have no tree. Meanwhile, the person who planted a small seed on a rough day now sits in the shade of a strong, towering tree. That's life. Action beats hesitation every single time. You might be thinking, but what if I fail? Listen carefully. Failure is not the enemy. Failure is feedback. The only true failure is never trying at all. Millionaires understand this. They act first, learn along the way, and adjust as they go. They don't let fear of imperfection stop them because they know progress is always messy in the beginning. Here's something to remember. Clarity doesn't come before action. Clarity comes from action. You don't sit around waiting to feel certain before you move forward. You move forward, and in the process, certainty begins to grow. It's like driving at night. Your headlights only show a small stretch of road, but you trust that as you keep moving, the path will continue to reveal itself. So today, make a decision. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Stop telling yourself that tomorrow will somehow be easier than today. Tomorrow isn't promised, and every day you delay is a day you never get back. Start now, even if it's small. Make the call, send the email, start the business plan. Take one bold step forward, because when you stop waiting and start acting, you take control of your future. And that's how you begin the journey from broke to building real, lasting wealth. Number 2, quit playing the victim card. If you want to know one of the fastest ways to stay broke, here it is. Keep telling yourself that life is unfair, that the world owes you something, and that your failures are always someone else's fault. That is the anthem of people who stay stuck. They spend their days pointing fingers instead of taking action. Now let's be honest. Life isn't always fair. Bad things happen. Some people get opportunities you didn't. Maybe you grew up in a rough neighborhood. Maybe you didn't have supportive parents. Or maybe someone betrayed you when you needed them the most. Those things are real, and they hurt. But here's the truth. No one likes to hear staying angry about it. Blaming the world for it will never change it. You see, millionaires, leaders, people who rise above, they all have one thing in common. They take responsibility. Even when it wasn't their fault, they say, it's my life, so it's my job to fix it. That mindset right there separates winners from whiners. Think about it. The moment you blame others, you hand them the keys to your future. You're saying, I can't succeed unless they let me. Do you really want your destiny in someone else's hands? Of course not. The only way to take back control is to own everything. Your choices, your mistakes, your results, all of it. When you quit playing the victim card, you stop waiting for someone to rescue you. You realize no one is coming to save you. And that's not bad news, that's freedom. Because if no one's coming, it means you're free to write your own story. Yes, life will knock you down. It knocks everyone down. The difference is some people stay there, complaining about the punch, while others get back up, wipe the blood off their face, and say, all right, round two. And here's the beautiful thing about taking responsibility. It gives you power. If it's someone else's fault, you can't do anything about it. But if it's your responsibility, you can change it. You can learn new skills, build new habits, find new opportunities. You can turn the worst setbacks into the best comebacks, but only if you own your part in the story. So if you've been blaming your boss, your family, the economy, or even your past, stop right now. That energy you spend complaining could be the same energy you use to build a new future. Decide today that you're done pointing fingers. Decide that no matter what happened yesterday, you own tomorrow. Because the moment you quit playing the victim card, you stop being powerless and you start being unstoppable. That's the day everything begins to change. Number 3, quit wasting time on meaningless distractions. Time is the one thing you can never get back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose a job and find another. But once a minute is gone, it's gone forever. And yet most people treat their time like it's unlimited. They waste hours scrolling on their phones, gossiping about other people's lives, binge watching shows, or playing games that add nothing to their future. Then they wonder why they're still broke and stuck. Here's the harsh truth. Your focus is your greatest currency. Where your attention goes, your future grows. If you're constantly distracted, you're literally handing over the most valuable resource you have to things that give you nothing in return. Millionaires understand this. They treat their time like gold because they know every minute spent wisely compounds into wealth, success, and freedom. Distractions don't always look like distractions. Sometimes they disguise themselves as harmless habits. That 5 minutes on social media turns into an hour. That one TV episode becomes 4. That friendly chat turns into a full afternoon wasted. And while you're doing that, someone else out there is using those same hours to build skills, create opportunities, and get ahead. Think of your time like a bank account. Every day you get 24 hours deposited into it. At midnight, whatever you didn't use wisely is gone. No rollover, no refunds. If you're wasting those hours, you're literally throwing away pieces of your life. Ask yourself this. If someone followed you around for a week and tracked every minute you spent, would you be proud of how you're using your time? Or would you be embarrassed by how much of it was spent on things that don't move you closer to your goals? Here's the mindset shift you need. Stop seeing time as something to kill. Stop killing time before time kills your dreams. Every hour you spend should either bring you income, improve your skills, or recharge you in a way that strengthens your focus. If it doesn't do any of those 3 things, it's a distraction. This doesn't mean you never relax or have fun. It means you become intentional. You plan your relaxation so it serves you instead of sabotaging you. You decide when and how you'll take a break, rather than letting distractions decide for you. Look at the wealthiest people in the world. They aren't superhuman. They simply guard their time like their life depends on it, because it does. They say no to meaningless activities. They turn off the noise. They focus deeply on what matters most. If you want to go from broke to building wealth, start today by cutting out one major distraction. Maybe it's cutting down your screen time, saying no to gossip, or setting strict boundaries around when you work and when you rest. The moment you quit wasting time on meaningless distractions, you'll feel a surge of energy and clarity. And with that focus, you'll finally have the power to build a future worth fighting for. Number 4, quit thinking small. The size of your results will always match the size of your thinking. If you think small, you live small. If you think big, you create big opportunities. This isn't some feel-good slogan. It's a fundamental truth about life and success. Most people stay broke, not because they lack talent, but because their vision is too limited. They're aiming for survival when they should be aiming for freedom. Here's what thinking small looks like. It's saying, I just want to pay my bills on time, instead of, I want to create enough wealth to take care of my family for generations. It's settling for a job you hate because it's safe. It's convincing yourself that dreaming big is risky, unrealistic, or selfish. And here's the tragedy. When you think small, you play it safe. When you play it safe, you stop growing. And when you stop growing, you slowly start dying inside. Millionaires don't have bigger bank accounts because they're lucky. They have them because they dared to dream bigger than most people ever will. They refuse to let fear or past failures set the ceiling for their future. When others see limits, they see possibilities. When others say, "That's impossible," they say, "I'll find a way." Thinking small doesn't just affect your goals. It affects your daily decisions. If you believe you're only capable of earning a little, you'll take low-paying jobs and avoid taking chances. If you believe you don't deserve success, you'll sabotage yourself every time opportunity comes knocking. It's like driving with the brakes on. You're pressing the gas, but you'll never go far. Your bank account will never grow beyond the size of your mindset. If you want to create wealth, you must first expand the way you see yourself. This means believing you're worthy of more. It means challenging the limits that have been placed on you by society, family, or even your own past mistakes. Here's a powerful truth. It doesn't take any extra energy to think big. It takes the same effort to dream about making $1,000 as it does to dream about making $1 million. The difference is that big thinking forces you to rise to the challenge. It stretches you. It inspires you to take bold action. Look at every great achievement in history. It started with someone refusing to think small. Someone who believed there was more to life than just scraping by. They didn't wait for permission to dream big. They gave themselves permission. And because they did, they created breakthroughs that changed everything. So how do you quit thinking small? Start by raising your standards. Stop settling for just enough. Begin to set goals that scare you a little and excite you a lot. Surround yourself with people who push you higher instead of those who keep you comfortable. The moment you quit thinking small, you ignite a new vision for your life. That vision will pull you forward, guide your decisions, and unlock opportunities you never thought possible. And that's when you stop living in survival mode and start creating true wealth. Number 5. Quit surrounding yourself with average people. There's a powerful truth you need to hear. Your environment shapes your destiny. The people you spend the most time with are silently programming your mind, influencing your habits, and setting the ceiling for your success. If you're constantly surrounded by average people, don't be surprised when you start living an average life. Think about it. If everyone around you complains about how hard life is, how expensive everything has become, and how people like us just can't get ahead, those words will slowly creep into your thinking. Before you know it, you'll be repeating the same phrases, believing the same lies, and making the same excuses. You won't even realize it's happening because it feels normal. But here's the hard truth. What feels normal to you right now might be the very thing keeping you broke. Average people settle, they avoid risk, they fear change. And if you keep surrounding yourself with them, they'll pull you back down every time you try to rise higher. This doesn't mean you have to cut everyone off completely or act like you're better than them. It means you have to be intentional about who has influence over your life. If you're the smartest, most ambitious person in your circle, you're in the wrong circle. You need to be around people who challenge you, inspire you, and make you uncomfortable in a good way. Millionaires understand this. They don't waste time with energy drainers. They seek out mentors, peers, and communities that push them to level up. They know that one powerful conversation can change the trajectory of their entire life. Here's something to think about. Every relationship is either a cage or a catapult. Some people will keep you trapped, stuck in old patterns and small thinking. Others will launch you forward, helping you break through barriers and achieve things you never thought possible. Which one are you surrounding yourself with right now? If you want to go from broke to building wealth, you must create a circle that matches the future you want, not the past you're trying to escape. That might mean spending less time with certain friends or family members who constantly doubt you. It might mean joining a mastermind group, attending networking events, or simply reading books written by people who are already where you want to be. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first. Growth always does. You may face criticism or jealousy from those who don't understand your vision. But remember this, you don't need everyone to support you. You only need the right people to challenge and guide you. Decide today to surround yourself with winners, dreamers, and doers. Build an environment that fuels your ambition instead of draining it. Because when your circle rises, you rise with it. And when you quit surrounding yourself with average people, you'll finally give yourself the chance to become extraordinary. Number 6, quit chasing quick money. One of the fastest ways to stay broke is to keep chasing quick money. You've seen it before, people jumping from one big opportunity to the next, hoping to strike it rich overnight. They get excited about lottery tickets, gambling, flashy business schemes, or any shortcut that promises fast results with little effort. And almost every time, they end up right back where they started, or even worse off than before. Quick money is like quicksand. It looks solid from a distance, but the moment you step into it, you start sinking. Why? Because wealth built without a strong foundation is fragile. It collapses at the first sign of stress. Millionaires don't focus on fast wins. They focus on lasting results. They understand that real wealth takes time, discipline, and strategy. It's not about one lucky break. It's about consistent, smart decisions made over years. They play the long game while everyone else is busy chasing shiny objects. Here's the problem with chasing quick money. It keeps you in a cycle of desperation. When you're desperate, you make poor choices. You jump into bad deals, you take on risky debt, and you waste energy on things that don't align with your long-term vision. Quick money is seductive because it feeds your desire for instant gratification. But that same craving is what keeps you broke. Think about planting a seed. If you expect a full-grown tree overnight, you'll be disappointed and give up. But if you water that seed, nurture it, and give it time to grow, you'll eventually have a tree that bears fruit for decades. Building wealth is the same way. Slow, steady growth creates financial freedom that lasts. Many people confuse being busy with being productive. They work on 10 different hustles at once, hoping one will pay off big. But spreading yourself thin only dilutes your efforts. Wealth comes from focus. It comes from choosing one path, mastering it, and sticking with it even when it's boring or hard. Quick money schemes also have another hidden cost. They destroy your character. When you're always looking for shortcuts, you never develop the skills, patience, and resilience required to handle real success. Even if you stumble into a large sum of money, you won't know how to manage it, and it will disappear as quickly as it came. That's why so many lottery winners end up bankrupt within a few years. The key is to shift your mindset from fast to forever. Instead of asking, how can I make money right now? Start asking, how can I build something that will create wealth for me and my family for years to come? So today, stop chasing quick fixes. Stop falling for promises of overnight riches. Commit to building something real. It might take longer, and it will definitely require more effort, but the rewards will be worth it. Because when you quit chasing quick money, you stop gambling with your future and start investing in it instead. Number 7. Quit underestimating yourself. The greatest barrier between you and wealth isn't the economy, your boss, or even the competition. It's you. More specifically, it's the way you see yourself. Too many people stay broke because they underestimate their own potential. They convince themselves they're not smart enough, talented enough, or capable enough to create real success. And as long as you see yourself as small, you'll keep living small. Here's the truth. No one is born a millionaire. No one comes into this world knowing exactly how to build wealth or lead a successful life. Every person you admire today started as an ordinary individual who simply refused to keep doubting themselves. They didn't have all the answers at first. They just believed they could figure things out along the way. When you underestimate yourself, you don't even try. You talk yourself out of opportunities before they even show up. You think, why bother applying for that job? I'll never get it. Or why start a business? People like me don't succeed. And just like that, you shut the door on your own future before anyone else even has a chance to. The sad part is that most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they never take the shot. They let fear, self-doubt, and insecurity convince them to play small. It's like standing at the edge of a swimming pool, afraid to jump in, while others are swimming, learning, and getting stronger. Millionaires aren't fearless. They have doubts too. The difference is they don't let those doubts control their actions. They act in spite of fear. They take chances even when their inner voice says, you're not ready. Over time, those actions build confidence, and that confidence creates momentum. Here's something powerful to remember. Confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first. Confidence is built brick by brick as you prove to yourself that you are capable. Every skill you master, every challenge you overcome, every step you take toward your goal adds another brick to the foundation of belief in yourself. Stop waiting for someone to come along and tell you that you're good enough. Stop expecting the world to hand you permission to dream bigger. You have to give yourself that permission. Because no matter how much others believe in you, It won't matter until you believe in you. Look back at your life for a moment. Think about everything you've survived. The setbacks, the struggles, the heartbreaks. You've been through things that would have broken some people, yet you're still standing. That alone proves your strength. If you can survive all that, imagine what you could achieve if you stopped holding yourself back. So today, quit underestimating yourself. Quit shrinking your dreams to fit your current reality. Start seeing yourself as someone who is capable of more, because you are. The millionaire you want to become is already inside you, waiting to be unleashed. And the moment you stop doubting yourself, the world will stop doubting you too. We've covered a lot together. 7 powerful things you must quit. If you want to go from broke to building true wealth, and as you reflect on these lessons, I want you to remember this. Success isn't just about what you start doing, it's about what you stop doing. The truth is, many people are carrying around habits, beliefs, and behaviors that are quietly destroying their future. They keep waiting for the right time, playing the victim, wasting precious hours on distractions, thinking small, surrounding themselves with people who hold them back, chasing quick money, and doubting themselves at every turn. These aren't just bad habits, they are chains. Chains that keep you stuck in the same place year after year, while your dreams fade into the background. But here's the good news. Chains can be broken, and the key is in your hands. No one else can do it for you. You must decide that today is the day you quit the things that have been holding you back. Imagine what your life could look like 1 year from now if you cut out just one of these 7 destructive patterns. Now imagine what it could look like if you quit all 7. The transformation would be unstoppable. You'd begin to think differently, act differently, and attract opportunities that seemed impossible before. Understand this: becoming a millionaire isn't really about money at first. It's about identity. You must stop identifying as the old version of yourself, the version that settles for less, the version that hides behind excuses, the version that waits for luck instead of creating it. You have everything you need inside you to rise above your current situation. The decision is yours. Will you stay the same, or will you burn the old you and step boldly into the person you were meant to be? Stay committed, stay focused, and most importantly, stay willing to let go of anything that no longer serves you. Because when you quit the habits that keep you broke, you open the door to the habits that will make you unstoppable. Your future is waiting. The question is, are you ready to claim it?